Ranking the top 10. Superheroes who have suffered the most superheroes are often seen as symbols of hope, justice, and power. But behind the mask, many of them have faced unimaginable tragedies. From losing loved ones to suffering endless pain, some heroes live through nightmares most people couldn't handle. Today we're ranking the 11 superheroes who have suffered the most. And trust us, being a hero is far from glamorous. 10. Superman, the last of his kind. Superman might look like he has the perfect life, but deep down, he is the loneliest hero in existence. Imagine being the last survivor of your entire species, knowing you can never truly belong anywhere. No matter how much he loves Earth, he's still an outsider. Even worse, Superman has suffered personal losses just like any other hero. He's seen Lois Lane die in multiple timelines. He's been betrayed by his best friend, Lex Luthor. He's even had to kill alternate versions of himself to protect the universe. The burden of being Earth's greatest hero means he can never rest. 9. Doctor Strange, the man who lost everything for power. Before becoming the Sorcerer Supreme, Stephen Strange had everything: wealth, fame, and skill. But one car crash took it all away, leaving him broken, desperate, and useless. He lost his career, his purpose, and had to rebuild his entire life through magic. But that was only the beginning. As Earth's protector against mystical threats, Strange is forced to make impossible choices. He's erased memories, sacrificed loved ones, and seen realities collapse because of his failures. Being a hero has cost him everything, including his happiness. 8. Spider-Man, the hero who can never save. Everyone's Spider-Man's life is a never-ending tragedy. His story starts with the death of Uncle Ben, a loss that defines his entire existence. No matter how hard Peter Parker tries to do the right thing, he's always punished for it. Gwen Stacy, murdered by the Green Goblin. His best friend, Harry Osborn, corrupted and killed. His Aunt May, constantly in danger. Even when he succeeds as Spider-Man, Peter Parker suffers. He's always broke, always struggling, and always one step behind saving the people he loves. And the worst part, he never stops blaming himself. 7. Deadpool, the man who can't die, no matter how much he wants to. At first glance, Deadpool seems like the most carefree hero of all time. He jokes, he regenerates from any wound, and he breaks the fourth wall for fun. But underneath the comedy is a life of pure suffering. Before becoming Deadpool, Wade Wilson was a mercenary diagnosed with terminal cancer. Desperate to live, he underwent an experimental treatment that saved him, but left him horrifically scarred, mentally unstable, and in constant pain. His healing factor means he can't die, even when he wants to. Imagine being trapped in a body that constantly regenerates, forcing you to live forever in pain. Deadpool might make jokes, but deep down, he's miserable. 6. The Flash, Barry Allen. The fastest man can't outrun tragedy. Barry Allen might be the fastest man alive, but even he can't escape pain. His life was shattered when his mother was murdered, a crime for which his father was wrongly accused. Barry became the Flash to prevent tragedies, but time and time again, he fails. His speed comes with a curse. Every time he tries to fix the past, he only makes things worse. The worst example? Flashpoint, where Barry tried to save his mother, only to break reality and create a nightmare timeline. No matter how fast he runs, tragedy always catches up. 5. Green Arrow, the billionaire who lost everything. Green Arrow is often seen as a DC counterpart to Batman, but his suffering is on another level. Unlike Bruce Wayne, Oliver Queen didn't grow up with a tragic past. His suffering came later in life. After being stranded on an island for years, Oliver became a hardened warrior, but his real pain came from the people he lost. His sidekick, Roy Harper, became a drug addict. His mother was murdered in front of him. His city was destroyed. He even lost his fortune multiple times. On top of that, Green Arrow constantly struggles with being a hero while trying to stay true to his morals, making his life an endless cycle of hardship. 4. Wolverine, the man who outlives everyone. Wolverine has one of the most painful superhero lives imaginable. His healing factor means he feels every injury before he regenerates. He has been experimented on, tortured, and brainwashed multiple times. But the worst part? He outlives everyone he loves. No matter how many times he finds happiness, it's always ripped away. He's watched Jean Grey die multiple times, seen his children turn into monsters, and even outlived entire timelines. He's a walking tragedy, doomed to survive while everyone else fades away. 3. Batman, the man. Defined by pain. Batman's entire existence is built on suffering. Watching his parents get gunned down as a child left him emotionally shattered. Instead of healing, Bruce turned his trauma into a lifelong mission to fight crime. But being Batman means he can never be truly happy. His closest allies, Jason Todd, Alfred, and even Dick Grayson, have all suffered or died because of him. He's constantly alone, always paranoid, and carries the burden of Gotham's crimes on his shoulders. The worst part? Even when he wins, he never feels satisfied. He needs pain to keep going. Second, Daredevil. The hero who suffers the most. Daredevil's life is a never-ending tragedy. As a child, he was blinded in a freak accident. His father, murdered by gangsters. His first love, Elektra, killed in front of him. His wife, driven insane. Every time Daredevil finds happiness, it's stolen from him. Unlike Batman, who uses his wealth to fight crime, Matt Murdock struggles as a blind lawyer in Hell's Kitchen, constantly broke, constantly beaten, constantly suffering. And yet, he keeps going. No hero endures more pain than Daredevil, making him the ultimate tragic superhero. The Hulk, a monster in his own skin. Imagine being one of the most powerful beings on the planet, but having zero control over your own body. That's Bruce Banner's life. The Hulk isn't just a superhero, he's a curse. Every time Bruce gets angry, the monster takes over, destroying everything in its path, including the people he loves. Bruce has been hunted, exiled, and forced to live in isolation to protect others. He tried to end his own suffering multiple times, but the Hulk won't let him die. The pain isn't just physical, it's psychological. Bruce never gets to live a normal life. Final thoughts. Superheroes might look powerful, but their lives are filled with pain, loss, and endless suffering. Whether it's loss, loneliness, or sacrifice, these 10 heroes have endured more than most could ever handle. Who do you think has the worst superhero life? Let us know in the comments.